You're making good content, you're teaching something valuable, sharing a strong opinion, maybe even telling a great story, but people still leave your video in the first 30 seconds. That is not a content problem, that's an editing problem. I'm Hamza Hussain, a video editor and a 2D animator. I work with creators who know what they want to say, but need someone to help them say it in a way that actually keeps people watching. In this video, I'll show you why most YouTube videos fail to retain viewers and how editing can fix that. Let's talk about retention. This graph shows how long people watch your video, and YouTube pays close attention to it. The longer the people stay, the more YouTube pushes your video to new viewers. But retention is not just about the algorithm, it's about respect. People are giving you their time, and if your video doesn't hold their attention, they'll leave, even if the content is valuable. If your videos are packed with value, but your watch time is low, the issue is not your message, it's how it's presented. Here's where most creators lose people, and this is where editing saves the day. Slow starts. You got 5 seconds to hook someone. If you start with, "Hey guys, welcome back to my channel," they're already gone. Your hook should tease the outcome or show immediate value. Now let's say if I'm making content as a real estate agent and I'm purely looking to drive leads to my real estate practice, pure B2B, I could say something like this. Most people are overpaying by $12,000 a year on their mortgage. And it's not because of high interest rates. In fact, the biggest waste of money has nothing to do with interest at all. It comes from something way simpler, and I'll break it down in just a second. That's what a strong hook looks like. It makes you lean in, not scroll away. But grabbing attention is just step one. The next challenge, keeping it. And that is where a lot of videos fall apart because of dead pacing. Long pauses, unnecessary rambling, 10 seconds of silence before anything happens. Nope. Every second should move the viewer forward. Let me show you an example. This video delivers a solid message, but the spokesperson clearly does a retake after almost every sentence. And because those pauses weren't cut out, what should have been a 15-minute video ends up being nearly an hour long. Now I'll show you just a quick cut of the first minute where I've trimmed out all the stutters, retakes and mistakes. Nothing fancy, just basic cleanup. Watch how much tighter and easier it becomes to follow. So we just saw how simple trimming, cutting out stutters and dead pauses made a huge difference. But editing isn't just about what you cut out, it's also about what you add in. Now watch the same clip with simple visual polish, a couple of zoom-ins, on-screen text callouts, and a relevant B-roll insert.
Apple and Amazon are worth trillions of dollars, but what do you think is easier? Building the next Apple, creating a killer product that everybody wants, spending millions on R&D, or setting up a website, building relationships, and connecting customers with producers? Unless you guys have a secret trust fund somewhere, obviously connecting the right people is easier. And that's what all of these billion-dollar companies like Uber, Airbnb, Fiverr, DoorDash all have in common. They don't actually produce a product, they just connect buyers with sellers and take a cut. The easiest way to make money online isn't by reinventing the wheel. It's by being a middleman and connecting supply with demand.
See the difference? No movement, no cuts, no variety. Watching a talking head for 7 minutes straight with zero energy kills engagement. Use zooms, overlays, B-rolls, anything to break the monotony and keep the brain hooked. That's the power of flat versus dynamic visuals. Same content, but one feels like a lecture and the other feels like an experience. Now let's talk about something more subtle but just as critical, rhythm. A video can be perfectly trimmed, have great visuals and still feel off. That's because rhythm is what makes the video feel alive. It's the tempo, the energy, the flow from moment to moment. Without rhythm, even good content feels flat. The viewer isn't just watching, they're dragging themselves through it. Let me give you an example. Imagine a vlog where every scene is the same length, the music never shifts, and there's no build-up or drop in energy. It's just flat. There's no momentum, no payoff, no variation. It drains the viewer. Now compare that to a vlog where the pacing changes, music rises when tension builds, quick cuts during action, slow motion during reflection, even silent pauses to let things breathe. That's rhythm. That's storytelling. Good editing isn't about flashy effects. It's about making sure your message lands. Editing keeps people mentally engaged by switching up visuals and adding movement. It helps highlight key moments with text, music, and timing. It cuts the fluff and respects the viewer's time, which they reward with watch time and loyalty. And it builds your brand identity. through consistent color grading, motion graphics, and polished delivery. Most creators don't need to record better content. They need to present what they have already recorded in a stronger, more engaging way. If you edit your own videos, start by watching your retention graph in YouTube Studio. Identify where people drop off and ask yourself, was that part too slow? Did it lack energy? Was it visually boring? Then fix it. But if you'd rather focus on creating and let someone else handle the technical side, that's where I come in. I've helped creators turn raw footage into binge-worthy content that gets people to stay and engage. If you want your videos to actually perform, you need someone who understands not just editing, but storytelling, pacing, and retention. Links to my Fiverr and Upwork profiles are in the description. At the end of the day, YouTube is a battle for attention. You might have the value, but editing is what keeps that value from being lost. If your watch time sucks, your growth is being held back, fix your editing, and the rest will follow. I am Hamza Hussain. Subscribe for more creator focused content, and let's turn your raw footage into something people actually want to finish watching.